After 17 years in Formula One, the sport's most experienced driver has announced that he'll be sitting out next season. Instead, Stoffel Van Dorn will be partnering Fernando Alonso, but staying on McLaren's books till 2018, Button isn't using the R word.
When you say the word retirement, that's difficult, and you think it's black or white. You know, you think it's either racing in Formula One or it's nothing. But what I have is a 2-year contract, so I will not be racing in Formula One next year. I will be doing a few events with sponsors, doing some simulator work, so staying current, and I will be at a few races. Apart from that, everything else is my own time, so I will be training a lot. I'll be doing triathlons, hopefully qualify for the World Championship and go there, 70.3 Ironman, and I might race something. I don't know, I might race cars, but I do have a contract to race in 2018 with McLaren-Honda. If they want my services and I want to race, I will be racing on the grid again in Formula One.
Though he may be back, Button's legacy is already secure after his world title in 2009. It's perhaps the story of the modern era. Honda had left F1 at the end of 2008 after just a single victory scored by Button. But Brawn GP rose from the ashes of the team and created an F1 fairy tale.
We didn't know if we'd race in 2009, so to turn everything around, get it on the grid at Melbourne, win the first race from pole, it was a pretty amazing season, and such a tough season as well, because we had the pace at the start of the year, but then it dropped off because we weren't developing the car. We didn't have the money to develop the car, and we went a long time without a win. And then 2 races to go, Brazil, I started 14th, came through, finished 5th, and clinched the world title. It is a sort of a fairy tale. It really would be a perfect movie if they were going to make a movie about motorsport.
In terms of achievements at his current team, Button's 2011 victory at the Canadian Grand Prix was a staggering performance, worthy of one of F1's greats.
Well, Canada 2011, you know, it's the Grand Prix, it's the race that I'll be remembered for when I retire by my fans, I'm sure. I started 6th or 7th on the grid. I had it coming together with my teammate at the time, which you never want to do. I also had it coming together with my future teammate, Fernando Alonso. I had 5 pit stops, I had 1 drive-through, I had a puncture, I had a front wing change, I was last twice, and I came through, and on the last lap of the race, I pushed Sebastian into a mistake, Sebastian Vettel, with about 6 corners to go, and I won the Grand Prix. So yeah, epic. A very, very emotional day, and I think it just shows however bad things get in a Grand Prix, you can never give up.
In 7 years at McLaren, Button has continually proved himself, up against 2 of the sport's biggest talents. Through highs and lows for the team, he's enjoyed racing against the best.
Toughest rivals? Yeah, Lewis and Fernando. It has to be. Outright speed, Lewis, Fernando, the complete package of a race weekend. So that's why it's been a lot of fun the last 2 years with Fernando. Working with him, but also you know that you have to beat your teammate. Every time you do beat your teammate, it's a lovely feeling. It really is. And if he's beating you, you got to say, well, he did a better job on the day. He's always there. He's either in front of you or right behind you, Fernando. And that's a real buzz, and that's what's kept me in the sport as long as I've been here.
When the 36-year-old arrives in Malaysia next month, he'll be returning to the scene of his first podium, as well as reaching a remarkable milestone.
My first podium was in 2004 in Malaysia, which is quite funny that that's my 300th Grand Prix also. It's pretty special, to have been in the sport for so long and to have been wanted, in teams for that long. I'm definitely doing something right. It's just Rubens Barrichello and Michael Schumacher that are in the 300 club, if you like. The way the sport is now, with where drivers come and go so quickly, I do think that's a big achievement, especially at 36. I'm still not exactly old. And if I come back in 2018, I would have competed in more Grand Prix than any other driver.